How you guys doing? An anxious man here. Thank anxiety. It's Friday. I'm currently clearly recording in my car. I had to go to Staples really quick and get some stuff. I just got a rolling chair for my office, and I need to put one of those mats down so I don't destroy the wood floor. Otherwise, I'll have to live in my car. And I figured it was kind of stuffy at home, so I wanted to go out and maybe record in my car, but it's Friday night, so every parking lot is full of people. For those of you who know Long Island, excuse me, and know Deer Park. Deer Park Avenue is pretty fucking popping at all times. I was in Staples parking lot like, I could just record right here. No, Taco Bell's behind me, the drive-thru's going, some guy's arguing with his girlfriend on his cell phone. So I moved to this location. I got this light on my phone. I got all this shit plugged into my phone. The phone's pretty goddamn amazing, I gotta say. Our cell phones are awesome. My headphones, the microphone, it's charging. I got a light on it. It's got tripoded to the steering wheel. I got a whole apparatus going here. I'm sitting in my car. I'll make sure I lock those goddamn doors. I don't want some guy walking in like, oh, you guys having an internet show? It's like, no, we're not doing that, sir. Anyway, so I was going to record earlier today like I normally do, but I actually worked today, so I didn't get a chance to record. So the first thing I want to talk about is, as of today, I have not had a cigarette for 2 whole months, which is awesome. Granted, in the past, I have gone longer. My goal is 3 months. I want to beat the 3-month mark because that's pretty much the longest I've gone in the past 15 years of smoking. So I want to get there, get past it, get over that hump, and then just move on and keep going. And clearly, I don't want to smoke anymore. This thing's been awesome. I got coconut ice cream flavor going right now. Anyway, also some more health updates. As of today, I have been dairy-free for 5 days, so full-on vegan, because I haven't eaten meat in almost 2 years. The one thing that I was still holding on to was cheese and milk, and I don't even drink milk, just cream in my coffee, cheese, butter, and I've been 100% vegan for 5 days. Now, I want to say one thing. When I gave up meat, I felt a little different, but not much. I really don't even know if I did or not because it's been so long. But in these 5 days, I feel fucking amazing. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. I feel a million times better. And I also, to also further improve my health and just, for whatever reason, because I just want to feel healthy. I feel like health isn't so much about going like, hey, I'm healthy, and telling people how healthy you are. It's more about peacefulness. If you're healthy, you're more at peace. There's less stress, physical stress, which turns into mental stress on your body, stress on your organs, and I really feel like the mind, body, especially the diet, it's all very interconnected. So it's been 5 days. Also this week, I went to the, I don't know if you guys know what Fountain is, Pountain. It's like a place you buy high pH water. So I went there earlier this week, and I started a membership. It's $50 a month for 21 gallons, and it's $100 a month for unlimited water. I bought a 5-gallon glass, water bottle. I bought the holder, the dispenser, which is like a ceramic thing, and a stand. And I have bungee corded inside my Safe Light van. I'll take a picture of it and post it up this weekend. So basically, I have high pH. I think I'm doing 8.5 or 9 right now, and I definitely felt especially the first 2 days, like the detox. The toxins leaving your body with the high pH water. Chalk that up, combine that with no smoking and no dairy, and I gotta say, I feel pretty damn good. The one other issue, I don't even call it an issue, it's just something I've been dealing with for a long time, is sleep. Either I go to bed too early and then wake up too early and then go back to sleep, and that sucks, or I go to bed too late, I stay on the computer, I play game, whatever the fuck I do, I get distracted, and I go to bed at like 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning, and then I wake up and I feel, I feel crappy throughout the day. So I just want to work on my sleep schedule, and that's something that, I've been working on. I've been late to work every day for 4 years. I don't think I've ever been on time. My friends all call it loo time. My one best friend, I'm sure my sisters know about it. People I know close to me. It's called loo time. If you say, hey, Luke, what time are you coming over? I say, yeah, I'll be there about 9:30. It's like, all right, see you at 11. Exactly. I don't pretend that's not me. Anyway, that's part of procrastination. Those are other things, and those are things I'll talk about in other videos. But I wanted to just talk about, shifting the diet that next level, stopping the dairy, and I don't eat a ton of dairy, so no eggs. I love eggs, and I do believe that you can get cruelty-free eggs. If I know a guy who has chickens, there's tons of farms here on Long Island. I can just go and, hey, can I have some eggs? Buy some eggs from you. Whether he kills chickens or not, I have no idea. But it's not like factory farming out here. But I'm steering away. No eggs, no butter, no milk, no cheese. I got some vegan cheese, so some of the transitional cheeses. Some I have a heart, or I have a heart, or something like that's the brand. I talked about it last time. You guys know, and they're good. I haven't eaten much of them this week. I had a couple slices. I had some I forgot what the brand name is. Shit. I had a chicken patty, and I had some barbecue chicken wings, which are just like soy protein, whatever. Pretty good, decent. The next step I'll take in time is I've did some research on Dr. Sebi, watched some of his videos. If you guys don't know who Dr. Sebi is, I'll put a link to one of his videos in the description. And he was the guy, I guess, one of the first guys to preach the high pH, diet, in the late 70s, early 80s, middle 80s. Basically he made a list of foods that are all high pH. Everything else he considers either starch or acidic, and just, will not heal your body. I'm not there yet. I'm still eating like rice and other beans that are not quote unquote, like, he only likes garbanzo beans, aka chickpeas. I made some awesome chickpea stuff, so the shift wasn't as hard as I thought, but it did take more time. I mean, I stopped eating meat 2 years ago. Well, it'll be 2 years, a year and a half ago. And overnight, just gave it up and never looked back. And I haven't had one bit. Cheese, I went back and forth a few times that year, the first year. And then I was like, fuck it. And I just, went on eating cheese. But just in the last 5 days alone, it's only been a week, I definitely feel different. It's something about, I don't know if it's because of the anxiety or just me as a person being hyperactive or whatever, scatterbrain. When I gave up the meat and certain things, I change and take new supplements, things like that. I read people's reviews about them or how they feel about them, and they kind of have like, I don't want to say instant gratification or instant changes, but they have something to say, like, oh, I felt this and this was different and that was different. For the most part, when I make certain changes, I really don't feel a lot different. Not smoking, I definitely feel a difference. It's subtle. You can't erase 15 years of smoking in 2 months, but it's definitely a great start. And I supplement my cigarettes, my nicotine, with vaporizing nicotine, and I figure 4 ingredients, no matter how harmful, are way better than 2,000 ingredients. But the dairy, I felt, maybe not the first day. I had Sunday morning was the last bit of dairy. I had some cheese, my last hurrah, so to speak. So Saturday night I got Domino's pizza, didn't finish it, passed out. Woke up Sunday morning and just finished it for breakfast like a champion. Yeah, that was my last hurrah. So that's disgusting, but hilarious. But that's it. I'm not gonna cave on this one, because I really do feel the difference. I feel more energetic. I'm in a more positive mood. I'm sure the pH water is also adding to that. And it's not so, I'm not, not everything is sunshine and rainbows, but damn, I feel good. I really do feel a difference. So I wanted to just, talk about that a little bit. As far as anxiety goes, I had my therapy session today at about 5:30, and I brought something up, and I'll talk about that too. So, as far as anxiety goes, where I am now, 2 years ago, highly sensitized, oversensitized, just super high levels of anxiety, constantly peak levels of anxiety, panic, just a mess. And that was the crescendo, I guess I'd call it. And then over the last 2 years, slowly but surely making progress. I, documented a lot of that stuff. Then I stopped, 6 months ago, 7 months ago. I just was feeling better. And I just felt like I didn't have content to put out there. And for better or worse, I think that was the right decision. Now, I want to talk about how I still have anxiety. I've gone over this. You guys understand what I'm doing here. I'm talking about my recovery, my healing process. But now I feel like, and I know I'm in a place where mindfulness is now moved to another level. My mindfulness is not just, being mindful of the overthinking, the chatter, the things that do still happen to me. But now I'm in a place of a level of calm more than I'm not calm, and focus more than I'm not focused. And just, I find myself in the moment so much more that I'm able to see the things that I do that I feel like are the underlying traits that made me be an anxious person, or maybe, fueled my anxiety. For example, something very simple, and I've been noticing it for the past couple days, and today really kind of actually hit me in the face. I multitask. Now, I procrastinate. I consider myself to be kind of lazy, but I don't think I'm the laziest or even anywhere remotely. But I procrastinate. I put things off, like we all do. But when I'm actually focused and I'm doing something, specifically when I'm at work all day, taking cars apart, taking the windows out, ripping the windows out, cleaning the car up, putting the new one in, I notice that I'm almost always doing two things at once. Sometimes I'm trying to do more than two things at once. I said to my psychologist today that I feel like there are times, and this doesn't bring me high anxiety, but it's frustrating. It's like the lower half of my body, like my feet, and the upper half of my body, my head, my arms, they want to do two different things. I start walking towards my van to get something, but I'm also trying to grab at something on the car. It's like, and I almost pull it off the car with me. Like my feet are going one way and the rest of me is going the other. And also when I'm doing things like something simple, for those of you who have never taken a windshield out, have no idea what Safe Light does. We take windows, auto glass out of cars. Just putting someone's wiper blades back on. Very simple. You put the wiper blade back on the bolt, take the nut, you tighten the nut, then you take your ratchet, something simple like that. When my one left hand is tightening the nut, my right hand, if my left hand's tightening the nut, my right hand's, doing something else with the ratchet, and I feel like an octopus. Now, on one hand, on one part of my brain, I feel like this is like super high functioning, productive, this saves me time, and if everything goes smoothly, it's great. But when things start falling apart, that's when I feel those like I get frustrated, I bang my hand, because I'm trying to do more than one thing at a time. So now that I'm healing, I'm in the healing process, and I feel like I'm in a place of more, mental calm and physical calm. I feel like I'm able to see the things that were my triggers or could be triggers, in the future. The things that I was completely oblivious to, because it's so ingrained in me. It might just be the way I am. I really do believe that I'm just I don't know what the word is. I don't want to say hyperactive. I'm not hyperactive. But I guess it's in that vein. I'm not really sure what the word is. Just very, I don't know. I don't know what the word is. Just when I'm doing something, I want to do it as quickly as possible. I just want to do it. I get like enamored, and I just start going. And as long as everything goes smoothly, which a lot of times things do go smoothly, I'm great. I'm in a great mood, uplifted. I feel awesome. But as soon as something small happens, the frustration starts to kick in. And because of mindfulness and acceptance, it doesn't last very long, which is good. But it's like, why? Why am I frustrated? Why I'm frustrated? It's because I'm doing one thing and I'm also trying to do something else. Now, they seem related. I guess that's why my brain maybe wants me to do them at the same time, possibly. I'm not quite sure. Is it me, or is this light dying? I think this light is like dying. Hold on a second. It's going to get dark for 1 second. I think maybe this light was dying. It's chargeable, so not the end of the world. Anyway, thanks for ruining the video, Lou. I'll just move closer. So I'm just in a place where I can really see the triggers, or what actions that I do that seem very normal to me that I believe in the past were triggers and could possibly be triggers in the future. So in order for me to help you, anyone who's watching this who may or may not be where I am, or thinks that, it's all a matter of like perspective. Am I healed? Am I healing? Am I over anxiety? So it's I don't know if it's not a race, but if you feel like you can identify your triggers, or you don't know what exactly is triggering you, you always feel triggered by something and you're anxious, try to listen to the chatter. Yes, the chatter can also be in your mind the bane of your existence, the reason you're having anxiety in the first place. But in between the words, in between your actions, in those little, nuanced gray areas, that's the raw anxiety. That's the raw you. It's not, like I said, you're dizzy, you feel short of breath, you're in pain, you're tired, you're groggy, all the symptoms. The symptoms is the end. What's the beginning? What's the trigger? What's causing it? What's causing the trigger? You know what I mean? Like, let's just reverse engineer it back and back and back until you figure out, like, okay, if it's something that's ingrained in you as a person, is it something you need to change? Is it worth changing? Should you change it? Or can you figure out how to make it work for you? That's where I'm at. And it's a great place to be. It's not hard. You don't have to wait a year, 2 years, 6 months, 3 months. It's different for all of us. How you get there and when you get there doesn't matter. Just, work towards getting there. Work towards understanding how it's happening, why it's happening. Don't listen to the negative thoughts. Understand that your physical symptoms are just that. They're just symptoms of the anxiety. They're the aftermath. All the stuff takes place in your head, then the chemicals kick in, and then after the chemicals kick in, then the body is left, like a wounded soldier, just ravaged by the stress levels and the hormones and the, all those things. Lack of sleep, chemical imbalance, all that stuff. So try to, in all your actions, when you're having anxiety, when you're not having anxiety, try to reverse engineer, just the simplest things that you do. Why do you wake up the way you wake up? What rituals do you do, and why do you do them? Try to really, and don't stress yourself out over it. Don't go crazy over it, but understand, like, what is actually you, like your personality, or, the way you are, and what's the anxiety, and where do the lines blur? Because, like I always say, anxiety and excitement, two sides of the same coin. Well, the same thing. Your symptoms, the triggers, it's something inherently you that's been mixed in with something inherently not you. Something that you absorb through the environment, trauma, whatever it may be, that, makes the anxiety. And what's so hard to find it, like, it's almost like trying to find yourself in the dark, or find another person. I don't know what the metaphor is, but you understand what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like, we're trying to, like, find ourselves, and, it's like, where do we even begin? It's sort of the same thing. It's not easy. It's not going to happen overnight, but I want you to take this information, and maybe this will help you to know what to look for and when to look for it, and maybe even how to look for it. So I hope this helped. I hope my videos helped anyone. Even if one person is like, yeah, that's me. This is that would be a complete win for me. Making this content, putting it out there, and all that stuff. So I hope this, like I said, I hope this helps. I hope you guys are doing okay. If you're not, hit me up on social media, leave me a comment here on YouTube. I will definitely get back to you. I will help anyone to the best of my ability. And when things get out of my depths, I will help you find the help that you need to the best of my ability. I'm not a doctor, not a therapist, but I think who better to help us than us? I'll end it there. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, anxiety. It's Friday. I'm an anxious man. Please subscribe if you have not done so. Share it. That'd be great. Leave me a comment. Find me on Instagram. Find me on Facebook. Let's talk. Have a good night.